Okay, it is currently 11:05 here in Lviv, Ukraine. I am sitting in front of the Taras Shevchenko monument in the downtown area. Just want to give you a quick view of everything that I see right now. That's I guess, the start of Old Town behind me. So, my girlfriend is on her way to Yaremcha, in principle. Honestly, the last time I heard, which was a few hours ago, she was in Khmelnytsky Oblast, which is one of the regions on the way to the west. As far as I can tell, she's fine. I don't want to get too much into the situation with her mom, but she's staying in Kyiv. It's frustrating, and how to put this? There's a very delicate balance to be struck between not causing panic, not being a domineering personality who takes control of another person's life, and trying to look out for somebody that you care a lot about. And I'm doing my best with that. That is difficult. I think she's going to stay in Kyiv. When kinetic actions wind down, which is, I don't know if I hope it's soon, because if it's soon, then it's defeat. If it's not, it's danger. When they do, we'll try to get her out of Kyiv. I didn't anticipate spending so long on this section, but let's move on to some other things I wanted to talk about. I went out to get food today, to do some shopping, and I went to one of the bazaars, one of the bazaars in the center of the city. At the interior place where they're selling food, there were people working. There were people even preparing fresh meat, like recently taken off a carcass. Cuts recently taken off a carcass. And I talked to some people. I asked for names, but I was roundly told, what does it matter? And they're not wrong. I am worried about the situation. Things are fairly calm now. I am worried about how things are going to develop. Number one, because of the food situation. As you folks might remember from the pandemic, modern food distribution systems work on the basis of just-in-time delivery. Things don't stay on the shelf very long. They get manufactured, they come from the factories, they get on trucks, they get on the shelves. Transport is going to be clogged for a long time. Another thing I am worried about is simply the workforce. There are a lot of people leaving. A lot of the restaurants are closed. And I suspect it's because the people have left. And if you don't have people working in the food factories, then how are you going to get food distributed? I have not seen panic buying. I've seen worried buying. I haven't seen panic buying. It is hard to find rechka, which is buckwheat, and a lot of people, my girlfriend included, basically remember it as the food of the 90s. It is hearty, it feeds You can make some delightful things with it. It's just by itself not particularly pleasant. Seeing more people with suitcases. Saw actual soldiers with rifles and shit stuff today for the first time, but only a few of them. Here are some of the indicators that I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking at the number of out-of-town license plates that I see. That number is significantly up from yesterday. The first two letters of a Ukrainian license plate indicate where the car is from. BC is Lviv and Lviv Oblast. AA and KA are the city of Kyiv. AI is Kyiv Oblast. I don't know all of the rest of them, but if a car's not BC, it's from out of town. I'm going to be looking at food prices. See how that goes. I'm going to be looking at the people riding public transportation. Because a person driving a car in this city right now, they could be staying, they could be going. Somebody who's on public transit without a big bag, they're staying for the moment. They're going to work. People going to work is a good thing. Not to talk about people like cogs in a machine, but people going to work means the city's working, the city's moving. I'm going to look at the situations in the bazaars. Another thing about the bazaars, when I was speaking to one of the women selling meat, she said that they get their meat in from the villages, and that means it's a fairly local distribution chain, and local distribution chains which don't rely on the other parts of the country are good right now. Or those are a good thing. We'll see how they go. I mean, this is day 2 of the biggest event in independent Ukrainian history. This is day 2 in the new world for all of Europe and for all of the West. So I can't make too many confident predictions. But those are some of the things I'm going to be looking for. Look on people's faces. See if they're taking out their dogs, their kids. Some people are right now. I'll tell you when my girlfriend's in Yaremche, where that's where her bus is going. I'm a bit worried because I've been told reliably that cars are getting turned back in Khmelnytsky Oblast and not being allowed to proceed on to Lviv because they need the roads clear for the army. Katya she's going into the Carpathians. Those roads are smaller, but they might be more clear. She has 2 train tickets out of Yaremche to Lviv tonight. I'm fairly confident everything's going to be okay with her. I don't know if she'll be in Lviv tonight. It's a distinct possibility she won't. There's a distinct possibility she won't get to Yaremche. But she's safe. She's not being bombed. She doesn't have to see Russian soldiers in her city. Russian tanks rolling down her street. And if she has a place to lie down within the next 36 hours, I'm at peace with that. That would put me at peace. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your attention. Slava Ukraini. God help us all.